Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Half and Half After Dark. This is the podcast where we kick off our heels and talk about whatever bullshit Scoob fucking Mars got me mad before the podcast. He started talking about Scoob and
I did say all I did was just say Scoob, and then you got into like a angry rant. So you want to explain this for why the people you hate Scoob so much?
It doesn't make sense to me. Like you want us to like nothing's coming out. Oh Glenn, we gotta talk about Scoob. We gotta talk about Scoob. Everyone's favorite fucking thing. Like I didn't want to watch Scoob when it was in theaters. Like I want to watch Scoob even less on my fucking couch. Like actually.
I want to watch Scoob because I love all of the Scooby-Doo
looks like shit.
Characters. I love them all. I'm looking up Scoob and I have like Velma. Anyways, that's a side trip. I want to look, Clem. It looks like shit.
It looks like shit. It doesn't even look like it's enjoyable.
So Scoob looks cool.
Yeah, he looks. Yeah, baby. Cool. Fuck yeah, like Scoob himself looks alright. Like he's the only character that looks good.
All the humans look terrible.
All the humans look terrible. All the fucking stupid Hanna-Barbera characters they're gonna add.
They look like little like. I work at like a. Well, I don't work anymore, but like I worked at like a little like school, and they have like little toys.
Uh-huh.
You know, those little toys you see at like a. See it like a daycare center where they just have like the standard like fireman, like cop man, like some of these characters look like those.
Like a rescue hero.
Clum.
What?
I just want to see. I love Scooby-Doo. I want to see them. I want to see them play with Captain Caveman. I want to see him.
Is he actually voiced by Tracy Morgan? Is that
he is
like
voiced by Tracy Morgan.
Oh my god.
Come on.
Yeah, no, but Scoob looks like shit. I don't.
My only thing is that I'm disappointed it's not in theaters because I wanted to see how much money it could make. I wanted to see what like the box office results and that was gonna be because like I don't think they released like a budget for it, but it was like
no.
I remember we were saying that like this is gonna fail, and it's like they probably spent like $60 million on this, 80 maybe. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, for the celebrity cast alone.
I don't think the celebrity cast, like, I don't know, man. Like, they're famous, but they don't seem like that famous to where it's like, oh, man, this thing costs like $150 million. I could be wrong. But it's like, who the fuck is paying Zac Efron that much to voice?
Hey, he's a big guy now. You talking about? He's a
Zac
name.
Efron is like a constant disappointment. Like, you look at him, you look at his...
You didn't like
you
it.
Look at his face, and you're just like, man, Troy is making me come right in my britches.
You didn't like him in you didn't like him in Neighbors 2 or Baywatch.
I didn't like him when he was fucking Ted Bundy.
I forgot he made that. I forgot he was in that.
I was just like, this is gonna be his moment. To be
Ted Bundy.
Yeah, you play Ted. If you do all right as Ted Bundy. You know, people will be eating out of the palm of your hands. You can just like make any movie.
Yeah.
And I was like,
literally, all you have to do is be handsome and do maybe a good performance. And
where's his
either,
Oscar
apparently.
movie? He's too handsome.
You didn't even talk about the stupid Rick and Morty show. You didn't even talk about that at all.
Oh, so you haven't watched it?
I haven't. Am I gonna watch it? You actually want me to watch this shit?
No. I'll give my opinion on Solar Opposites is that it was better than what I expected, but it's not like I didn't really care for it that much. I'll give it that.
All right. Well, that's all. I guess that's all you need to really say about it, because that. I'll
There's
tell you
some
this.
interesting stuff in it. I just
I'm
don't
sure.
think that it's like the start of it is like actually like really painful. Like it's like really bad, and I don't like two of the main cast characters like Corvo or like his friend. I thought they were like, I never really liked any of their plots. I liked them in theory. I didn't like how they were executed. I like the kids and I like the other thing that's going on. That's okay. I also just don't really like how close it is to Rick and Morty, both in like certain parts of like how the dialogue is and like also visually. I really was disappointed how visually close it is. Like it's just the same, and it's like it's very off-putting. Like, you know, like there's a lot of cartoons made by like the same creator that like share like a similar stuff, but like I can't say fucking Futurama and The Simpsons are exactly like the fucking same.
Or Disenchantment.
I think it's also what doesn't help is that like they're in like the same like kind of like areas like
suburban.
Rick and Morty's in like one Rick and Morty is more adventurous. This one's more suburban shit, but it's like we do see like a lot of suburban Earth shit on Rick and Morty, so it's just like kind of
all right,
kind of not my fancy.
Oh well, okay.
I give it a 6 or 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I guess that's all really need to be said about it. We don't have to have a whole fucking episode on it. Because I certainly didn't want to watch it, even if it was middling or like just okay.
We could talk about like all the advertisements in the show, like they eat KFC.
Yeah,
they drink Miller Lite.
Yeah, we could talk about the Kevin Smith AMA. Where they just answered Twitter live questions from Kevin Smith.
I think live animation should be like a thing that should be worked on, but it just seems like
don't waste it on that. Yeah, don't do that.
It's always been bad for like what I've seen so far. It's like
Gorillas.
Like, have you seen the one where it's like American Dad, where it's like Klaus is just like answering questions?
No, I have not seen that.
It's just like Klaus from American Dad, just like answering questions. There's no background noise, and it's just like nothing. And he goes like, "Oh, hello."
This is awful.
All right. Yeah, it really was.
The new Kevin James movie.
That movie is weird. That movie came out when I was shitting. Oh, I wasn't shitting on Kevin James, but I was just saying like Kevin James has something to hide. Kevin James is gonna do a serious movie.
Yeah, he started doing shit on his YouTube channel, and then he just announces like, "Hey, I'm gonna play a neo-Nazi."
Playing.
He's not playing. He's not acting.
Like all that, he had all that like built up animosity when he was like working with like Adam Sandler, and it goes like, finally a role I can let it out.
Yeah, he watched Uncut Gems, and he's like, dude, I
honestly think that's what it had. It's too early. They're too like close to be like where that would be true. But if it was like a year like exact, I would be like, Kevin James probably just went like, bro,
I don't know, like
I gotta have my own.
I mean, if anything, he could have just saw the trailer for Uncut Gems and was like, "Hey, that's a good idea."
I want like,
cause like you don't go out of your way to fucking like Adam Sandler, like the fucking whoever the brothers who fucking directed Uncut Gems, like they literally like they went out of their way to like think about who to get for fucking Adam Sandler's role, and they're like he's a good fit.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, why is it like a kid or something? Why can't it be like a different, because like it's kind of akin to like Home Alone. I was thinking they get like a famous Hollywood Jew, and it goes like he hunts them, like I don't know, like he hunts Adam Sandler or like something like that. Because I imagine the girl's Jew. I don't know why he's a neo-Nazi if she's not.
I don't know. I have literally.
Who's like a famous like Jewish actor? Like he hunts Rob Schneider. It's like, Rob Schneider, I'm gonna come get you, and then he hunts like the rest of the grown-ups cast, especially Chris Rock. He's not Jewish, but he is black.
Yeah, I like that I didn't watch the whole trailer, but I watched I skimmed a little bit of it, and I feel like I already saw the whole movie. I don't need to go out of my way to watch it. I feel like they literally have like one shot at the end, which is like, oh, that's the climax. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not. It's fun. It's more funny in like theory of like Kevin James being a neo-Nazi, but
yeah,
really.
I can't imagine it's gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna be Uncut Gems 2, which is coming out next year.
Oh no,
Mars, you've been watching shit. I've been watching stuff. What have you been doing?
I have gone. Now that I have more time, I have just like, I go back to my old ways. My old now this quarantine, it's brought out the old me. I've just been watching I've been trying to just watch Japanese. Actually, I'm not gonna talk about that first. I'm gonna talk about the movie I saw first. I watched the movie that you suggested. It was I Saw the Devil.
Yeah, starring Old Boy.
It's very Old Boy. The guy from Old Boy really does have a thing for revenge. The guy that plays the guy in there.
Yeah, Old Boy, yeah, is a part of a trilogy. I also I recommended another movie that's part of a trilogy that's not really like connected at all. But it's like it's like no. This one's directed by a different guy. So
It felt like it. He had more of a predilection for like, I really like blood. I really like gore.
Yeah, Old Boy is a part of a trilogy that's like the Vengeance trilogy, because it's like there's sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, there's Old Boy, and there's sympathy for Lady Vengeance. I recommended Mr. Vengeance to you just because I haven't seen Lady Vengeance, but Mr. Vengeance is really good.
He's all with the same guy getting revenge?
It's not the same guy. It's not the same guy.
I was about to say, did he like fuck his cousin and his
No. It's not the same. Yeah, no, it's not connected at all, but the theme is just like revenge, and I think it's really cool.
The theme is incest.
Yeah, it's
all of them.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. He was just like, oh, you read it. You told. I'm embarrassed. Oh, you also told? All right, now I'm gonna get you. But I watched this because I was working on something. I was like, I need something to watch. Like
Oh, that was the movie to pick, huh?
Yeah. I love Crackle. Crackle's so fucking funny. I watched this on Crackle. Shout out to them for being terrible. I like that they, like, when they're ads, they have, like, a thing where it's, like, you pick your poison. It's, like, you can do a stupid interactive thing for 30 seconds, or you can give you, like, a minute of ads.
Yeah, Hulu does the same thing sometimes.
Yeah, and it was just, like, it really, sometimes it was watchable in that format, but it's, like, god damn, it kind of did chop, like, some of, like, the emotional resonance with, like, certain scenes when it was just, like, oh fuck, that person died, and it just like cuts to thank you to all the service workers. Thank you for showing us all your moves, your shitty dance, your shitty haircuts. Thank you all, we love you. And it's like,
yeah,
all right, fuck service workers. I want to get back to my movie.
Get back to my psychological thriller.
Get back to these. I swear to God, I hate all these people working in service. But yeah, I Saw the Devils was like really, really great. I love like that and Old Boy are just like really, really good. Yeah, it was like if I would say it's kind of like Old Boy. It has the same people and it kind of has like a similar thing of like revenge. But it was like, what if that guy was just like, what if the guy getting revenge was not really he was smart, but he wasn't like, you know, he's not very sociable. He won't like get anybody to help him out with his plan. He just goes like, all right, this guy's raping another chick. I gotta go beat his ass.
It was like, I
like that. I was like that. He was just like, I'm gonna get my revenge. I'm gonna give you like an eternity of ass whoopings. It's like,
it was like he's also just toying with the guy, because he easily could have like, you know, killed the fucking guy revenge on him like super easily, but like,
literally interested, because it was just like, oh. That's why I really like how it went in the end. It was like the guy had to get a little bit more like, all right,
I gotta really get this guy, even though I mean, like, I do like that, but even at the same time, because he's kind of stupid. He's like, hey, I need this guy to like feel something, which like he kind of does, but he's a monster.
I think the one thing that I only didn't like was that like it didn't. Maybe he was just like blinded by his like revenge stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, pointless, because they make it like thing is like, yeah, this is really kind of pointless. How it didn't cross my mind of like, what if this guy just like tries to kill my family? I was like, it's like, oh, it never crossed my mind. Oh, didn't work. It didn't work out in the end. But it was like, it was really good. It was really well shot, and it was some of the fucking like action in it was actually like very like cool.
Oh yeah,
dynamic. Yeah, like, it was like some of like the torture stuff was like it went like a little bit beyond what I thought it was. Like when he was like slashing his Achilles tendon.
Oh yeah, yeah, fucking my favorite part is the taxi scene. That's great.
Where
yeah.
Where he just like convenient, like, he just kind of like runs into like these guys.
These two assholes. He just turns into Captain Stab, and it's great.
I was confused. I wasn't paying attention a little bit during that point, and I was just like confused. And then like he opens up the trunk and you kind of like get it. Like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah. But I was like, what's his problem? Why is he just stab these guys for no reason? Was he mad because he just got his ass whooped? And was he like that mad?
No, it's just those guys were assholes. They were like literally gonna fucking kill him too.
I like some of his
Yeah, these movies don't really pay like South Korea in like the greatest light, huh? It's just like, oh, every person's just like a murderer or something.
Yeah, I liked his friend, his like butcher fucking like friend that
The cannibal.
Yeah, like his cannibal friend.
That guy's cool. I love it when he's like, dude, you still eating people? It's like, yeah, you stopped doing that in high school. It's like he's just been doing it this whole time.
It would be like a kid. It would be like a 30-year-old guy. It was like, you still watch anime? I was like, yeah. Like, I'm still munching on fingers. Are you not?
I like it when he like meets the killer's parents. I like his dad.
Oh, when he meets the
Yeah. That's a great movie.
It's very good. It's very if you hate women, this is a good movie for you.
Yeah,
A lot of women get a good bunting on the head for as the king misogynist. If if your girl gets you really mad that day, watch this movie with her.
Watch that. Watch Old Boy. Watch Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and Sympathy for Lady Vengeance, and you'll fucking anything with the evergreen Old Boy in it. Yeah. Yeah, watch Old Boy with your sister.
I should watch that with my sister.
Yeah. Go to a dam with her.
Push her off. I'll push her off.
All right. Before we continue with this, I just wanna, I want to take a minute to bring up that we have art. We have art on this episode. We had art on the last couple episodes, and we didn't. I keep reading. I mentioned the artist on the at the end of the last episode, but I want to try and do this at least like, I know we're like 20 minutes into this at some point, but I at least want to mention their names. So fucking, if you like the art of this episode, you could look up a bitter sellout on Twitter, and they're a fan of the show, and they've done really good art for us, and yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it looks very nice. It's your Twitter icon now.
Yeah, he does really good stuff.
Yeah, I think it's a she. I don't know.
Cut that out. I can't tell these things anymore.
Whatever, it's good. All right, yeah, but yeah, thank you so much for the art. It's really good. All right.
What else have I been doing? Oh, Glum, I watched all of Gundam, Glum. I watched all of it.
You sent me like a screen cap of it, just saying like it's just a picture of a woman. I don't know.
Oh, it was a picture of like this a stupid white bitch from 8th MS team.
Okay. She died.
I watched. Actually, nah. I mean, no.
Okay.
I've been watching that because I was just like, when I was talking about like I was going into my old ways, I was like, I gotta go back into my otaku ways.
Oh.
I gotta go back. And I was like, I realized, I haven't watched Gundam, so I watched all the compilation movies. I watched like all the so like you can't return to like the 70s ones, unless you're like insane, because it's like 50 episodes of like poorly animated, well not poorly, but like
just
not
like
that well.
Yeah.
Like animated fucking like robots.
I imagine it got deeper and better as it went along. Like you wouldn't want to, like you don't go back to like the first Pokemon game.
You can't. It's I would say it's a little bit more stiff, but like you watch the compilation movies and they're like, it cuts out like all the filler, and it kind of keeps it like very consistent, because like there's like 50. I think it's like 50 episodes, and like some portions of it are like reanimated, so like that's really good, especially like in the third movie, because like 70% of it is like reanimated. But
did you watch like all the like you said you watched the compilation stuff? Like, did you watch any of the shows like after that? Like the newer ones?
I watched some OVAs, and they were like on Hulu, and like I watched 2, and they were mostly in the Universal Century, which to break that down is just kind of like, there's a lot of Gundam, there's a lot of it. There's a lot of it in the future. There's like, I don't want to say it's like the main stuff, but it's just kind of like the stuff from like the 70s and 80s. Like a lot of it is in that like sort of timeline. I watched some stuff from there. I watched I watched this thing called Gundam 8th MS Team, which is just like Gundam Vietnam. It's just like, okay, gang, we're gonna go into the forest and we're gonna hunt those fucking they're called Xeon people. We're gonna go kill them. It was pretty good. It kind of sucked like by the end of it because like I realized that the guy died midway. The guy that was directing it was like died midway in production, and it just kind of like shifted. But it was like
that's always hits hard.
Beautifully animated. It has like what I really enjoyed about watching some of these older like shows, because like you watch all these like digital animes and like how they're colored is like fucking. It's kind of. Some of them are good. Some of them make them very off-putting. That's what I don't like about like some of the newer shows in like the 2000s area. But like I was watching it. It was like really excellent. It was kind of, you can just suggest it to anybody. Really, you just watch it. And then I watched like another one. It was called Gundam War in the Pocket. It was really interesting because it's from the perspective of like a kid basically helping out like the Nazis, which are not really Nazis. They kind of dress like them.
Okay.
They're kind of like the bad guys. It was just like this kid just having like a relationship with like the bad guy, and it's like rooting them on, and everyone's like, what the fuck? Well, they don't all like, they're not in on what he's doing. They're just kind of like talking about it. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, dog? These guys are assholes. It's like, no, no, they're not. They're cool to me. And then he realizes like, oh wait, they kind of are.
No.
But, dude, Gundam it's cooler than what I thought it was. There's a lot of fucking shit. But like, for a series that's been around since like 79, you know, it has missteps, but it was like, looking at it, it was like, there's still like a lot of really cool stuff in there. Like, I looked at some of the recent stuff and it was like even cool. I was like, wow. You know, there's like garbage, like well, not garbage, but like, there's like I won't even say this bad. Even like their worst shit is just like still rather enjoyable. There's one that I learned one that like everybody hates. It was called like, not everybody, but like, there's called G Gundam, where it was just like, so Gundam has always just been like this thing where it's like, it made its new genre. It's called like real robot, because they kind of like move slow. Everybody's kind of tactile, and like it's a very tactile political series. And like I was watching like a bit of this one called G Gundam, and it was just kind of like so far set in the future, just so they can like do whatever they want. It's like, I want my robots to do flips and shit. And I was just thinking from the perspective of like a person in the 90s that was so used to like the slow moving like political drama going on, just watching someone like watching their series just get turned into like Gurren Lagann for like for a little bit. How fucking like off-putting that would have been. But
this is pretty cool.
I watched all of it. I watched all of Gundam.
Every Gundam
in 2 days.
Damn.
I want to build a model kit now.
Yeah, those model kits look sick as hell.
They do, and they look. There's a competition apparently for making model kits. That's what I learned. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, the model kits I've only built a couple, like 2 or so. Like I built like some Star Wars stuff. Like I built this. Like they're not that impressive, but they're pretty fun. I got them for, like my job. I built the Stormtrooper.
You had to build that?
Yeah, I built it. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's cool.
It's a robot.
It's a robot.
I built a part of one in like Anime Club when like way back when. But
yeah, I built a Stormtrooper. I built another Stormtrooper that's just Han Solo.
Oh yeah, the last thing on this whole thing, it was like I was wondering one time, and I was like, this thing's been around for like 30, 40 years. I wonder if they made a live action like movie.
Yeah, the live action. Yes, you said that to me.
That's not even that. That's not. No. That's a different thing.
Okay.
That is from like a full motion video game that they made, like Dragon Slayer later. For Gun. I forget. I think it's Warpath something.
Oh man.
And it was just like, I was watching that. It was really terrible. It was really funny.
Dude, Duke died. What the hell?
Dude, no.
Hold on. What's that red flash?
Yeah, it was just really weird. It's just like some like, I have no. There's like a guy. He's supposed to play like. I think one of the funniest things is that there's a guy named Char Aznable.
Okay.
He's basically like one of the most famous anime villains ever. They just hired like this.
Yeah,
everyone just kind of refers to him as like.
Yeah, I know what he looks like.
Refer to him as Fat Char. It's like. It's like some fat guy.
Yeah, because like the clip you showed me, it had him in it, and he like shows up at the end, he like pops his head, and he just looks so stupid.
Yeah, that was cool, but like I actually learned there was a live action Gundam, and it was like I realized why I didn't know about it because it was so bad and shunned by like the community that it was just like, oh man, what was it fucking called? It was fucking There's only one thing. It's really terrible. Like. It's like there's nothing really to talk about. It's not even like so bad it's good. It's like really boring. It takes like an hour and it takes like an hour till you see anything with it, and they don't even refer to it as like the Gundam. They just call it like the G something. I hate that. What the fuck was it called? I just know that it was like it's not made in Japanese. It's like the interesting thing about it. It's Canadian.
Oh.
It's a Canadian made movie with just like the voice actors of the thing. What the? Oh, it was called G Savior. And you want to know what's really bad about it? Well, it's just bad. It's like poorly acted. It's like it's really the effects are like I guess okay for like the time, but even then it's like no. It's poorly paced and boring. But the fucked up thing is that this thing sort of like is in the timeline.
Okay.
It's like so like Universal Century is kind of like this thing where it's like from like the ones from like the late 70s to the 80s. It's just like those are all like kind of things, and it's kind of like it's kind of precious. It's kind of like a precious thing you don't want to mess up. And it doesn't mess up, but it's like literally the last thing in that timeline. It's just like very weird. The only thing that was kind of cool watching that movie was this like why are like all the enemies are wearing like the outfits from Starship Troopers.
Okay.
They just reused the fucking shit.
Like the military ones or like the Neil Patrick Harris Nazi ones? Like the trooper ones or like the Neil Patrick Harris Nazi stuff or like
I think the black ones with a helmet.
Ah, okay. That's funny.
Yeah. That's pretty much else what I did. I watched like another like anime movie. It was a interesting like delve into like otaku culture. It was called Otaku no Video, and basically it was also like how Gainax, like the animation studio, kind of like
I think I remember you telling me. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that a while ago.
Yeah, it was it is just basically like the otaku documentary. I think what I really liked about it was that it's just like it's like an anime, but then it just kind of like cuts to like actual interviews of like people, and it's just like them asking them questions like, so are these guys like your real friends? And the guy takes like a 15-second pause. It's like, how dare you ask me that? He gets really offended by like the question, I believe.
I don't know. Other than that's pretty cool. I don't know. I've been watching some stuff, but it's not been anything too spectacular. I mean, it's been good. It's been good. I finished watching all of Community, and I watched past season 5, which is like that was the first time I ever did that because when season 6 came out, like that was like the whole thing. It was like 6 seasons in a movie, and season 6 like got canceled for like a second, and then it came out because of Yahoo. And it's like you had to watch it on their thing or something. Yeah. Yahoo's still
a website.
That's a good question. I think didn't it get bankrupt? No, I know it got like bought out or something crazy like that. I think
like someone bought Yahoo.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but I don't know. But yeah, I watched it. It was kind of depressing. Actually, it was pretty. It had some pretty funny moments like here and there. I think the funniest thing like ever in the entire show was at the literal last episode. But other than that, it was just like really depressing because like most of the cast had left. Like the two like Chevy Chase, Donald Glover, the Chevy Chase's yeah, Chevy Chase's replacement left.
What was his replacement again?
His replacement was I can't remember his name for the life of me, but Mike from Breaking Bad. He's like an older guy. He's really cool. He's my favorite character on Breaking Bad.
Mike was my favorite character in Breaking Bad.
He's awesome.
He was on that show?
Yeah, he was on the show for season 5.
That sounds like a good fucking. That sounds like a good like.
Yeah, but he didn't come back for season 6 though. They replaced him with Keith David. They even make a joke about that at the end. It's like, hey, Keith David, are you gonna come back for another season? Or like, he's like, maybe. And he's like, I don't know.
Wasn't that guy that was like Gus in there? Wasn't he in Community?
Yeah, he was in Community for a couple episodes. He's cool.
That guy played something. Oh, I remember that guy. I remember where I saw him. You know, you ever see Do the Right Thing?
Yeah.
You know that black guy that gets his shoes stepped on? It's like, that's Gus, I think.
That'd be interesting if that's true. I don't know. Yeah, it was Jonathan Banks from Breaking Bad. He played a character called Hickey. He replaced Chevy Chase for a season. And he was good. He was good in the show. He had like a whole episode dedicated to him. It was like Dungeons and Dragons. I loved it. Yeah, but like the season 6 is really kind of depressing because they were just like trying to hold on to what they had, and it was just like, it was obviously like it wasn't working out, and like it was probably for the best that was the last season, and now they're talking about like,
yeah,
hey,
it just seems like a weird production because it just seems like, I think a lot of shows, they kind of have like a through line of like where they're gonna like conclude at possibly. If that one was just like, all right, who's still down to like, you know, run it back, and it's like,
oh, Allison Brie, Danny Pudi, Joel McHale, yes, all right, who's left?
Like
who's? Oh yeah, no. Also the black woman, Yvette Robinson, she left. She's not in the season at all. She's in like, she makes cameos. She's not there anymore. She leaves. She like, you know it's bad when she like the.
She seems like the brokest one out of them.
Oh.
I don't know. Joel McHale seems super ready to go and do that because I was like, he gets like hosting gigs, but
yeah.
I think he honestly hates doing it.
Oh, he did the Mortal Kombat thing recently. He was Johnny
Cage. It's like a straight to DVD movie.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm actually kind of interested in that.
Joel McHale is weird because he's like an asshole, but like his career is just kind of like.
He's in that Kevin James. He's in the new Kevin James movie. Apparently, he's playing. It's funny actually because he fucking plays a character called Jeff.
Is he a Nazi in that one?
I don't know, but he plays a character called Jeff, which is kind of funny because that's his name on Community.
Yeah, Joel McHale like kind of has like that, like his whole thing is he's kind of like an asshole, and because like, I got the big dick. Was like, you're in like straight to DVD movies. I don't know.
What are you talking? He was the host of the Spike Game Awards. It's awesome.
That will always just be like his second biggest like claim to fame. Him hosting the Game Awards.
He didn't give a shit at the Spike Game Awards.
Why the fuck did he agree to it?
Because he had nothing better to do.
How much did fucking
that could not have paid? That could not have paid that much. I can't imagine.
He like hosts stuff for like some reason, but like he doesn't seem like all the way interested. He hosted that Tiger King thing, and I was like, I didn't watch it, but it's like, why the fuck are you doing this?
He had his own Netflix show, didn't he? Like a pseudo soup style thing.
Soup 2?
Yeah, Soup 2. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and they say that they're making like a Community movie now. I mean, like possibly. I know they're having like a table read in the next couple days.
They can't do that. Come on.
I mean, it's gonna be like a Netflix movie. There's no way it's gonna be fucking like theatrical. Like that would be insane. Like that's not happening. But I don't know.
Donald Glover refuses.
I mean, he's good. Yeah, they got him back for like for like a table reading because he's like, they just have him over his fucking webcam now in his fucking bougie ass house. I don't know.
Donald Glover. That's all you really need. If he's in the movie, then that means the movie's a success.
Yeah, that's how you know. Yeah, his leaving was probably like the final nail in the coffin because like while all the show's like good, like I like season 5, but like after he left, it's like everything.
I think it's just like a domino effect because it just like ruins like Abed because he doesn't have.
Yeah, he literally doesn't have a comic foil anymore. They just have to team him up with Allison Brie now, and it's just like, oh, all right.
You know what it's kind of like? You remember like in Teen Titans where he had like those two like Guatemalan like running guys? It's like if you killed one of them, and it's like, all right.
That doesn't even work. The whole thing is like they work together. That's like their whole power. It's like they're Speedy Gonzalez.
It's like if you kill one of them, and it's like, all right, you're still on the team.
It's like he's just useless. Because at least Abba's like a fully functional character even without Troy. But yeah, he just works better with him.
It's not as good anymore.
Yeah, it's not as good anymore. But yeah, it's just funny. Yeah. What a fucking apt comparison.
It's the perfect one.
All right, but yeah. Other than that, I watched. I've been trying to get back into making actual content for my YouTube stuff. So I'm trying to like review more shows, and I want to review. I want to do like a whole thing because I reviewed Archer back in like 2017, and I want to redo it because it's kind of shitty. I want to do it again, but I want to review like other things first. I want to talk about the shows that they made beforehand. So I watched all of their first thing called C Lab 2021. It was the Adult Swim show.
They did C Lab? I thought it was
yeah, they did.
else.
No, they did C Lab. That's awesome.
C Lab is cool. C Lab is like a perfect thing to watch at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, it's literally just like 10-minute stoner comedy. It's just all it is, because like literally half the episodes are just like bullshit happens. Like there's no correlation or cohesion to most of it. There's one episode where it's basically just like one shot of the fucking lab while people like talk over it. Or there's one episode where like when they like a character misconstrues something, like a character thinks like, oh no, my boyfriend's having sex with a prostitute, and they just cut to like they just cut to like a whole like conga line of like people saying uh-oh, and they're like they do that for like 2 minutes straight, and they just do it like they repeat it like 3 times, and it just gets more and more ridiculous, and it's just like this doesn't mean anything. It's cool though. I love the show, and I had fun watching it again because I watched that shit when I was like, that was like the first like exposure to Adult Swim. I watched like the vending machine episode where the captain gets trapped under a vending machine. I watched that when I was like 5.
Yeah, I watched like a little bit when I was 12 and I enjoyed it, but like the first time I like watched it because my dad had like the DVDs of them. And I was just watching it, and I literally just looked at it. I was like, oh, what is this? Like, oh, this is like an old Hanna-Barbera cartoon or something. It was like, and I was just like looking at it, like the editing of it. It's like,
wait,
that's not supposed to happen.
Wait a minute, why is the girl flashing her tits out? What?
Wait a minute, I'm not supposed to be watching this.
Yeah, but yeah, so kind of similar to what you were saying before, about the Gundam thing, like not inherently the same thing, not like a director died, but like the captain, like the main guy, like not the main guy, but like one of the main like guys is like the captain, and he was like an older guy, Harry Gaz, and he passed away like in season 3 or something, and they had to replace him with his son as a voice actor, because he was like one of the best characters on the show. But the show's still pretty good even after that. But yeah, it's just different.
How old was his son?
His son was like 50 something, because the guy was old. Oh. Yeah, the guy was old. Oh. He was like in his 70s, almost his 80s when he died. So
that'd be weird if like his son was his son like an actor? What if he was just like
No, I don't think his son's done anything else after that, because the guy was an actor.
He was like a used car salesman.
Yeah,
salesman's like, your dad died. Like, yo, can you come in?
Like, yeah, but like the finale of the thing is like they have like a whole thing dedicated to Harry Gaz. It's really cool.
Well, it's like that is like classic Adult Swim. That's like I've been yearning for like some of that, because like I've been watching like old Aqua Teen episodes.
Oh, they have a bunch of shit with Aqua Teen. Like they have like some jokes based off of it, and like I think like Shake and Meatwad show up at like one point, like an episode. Like it's funny. The finale of the show is just like they're all on a panel. They're like, hey, this is like the season finale of C Lab. We have like a whole bunch of cast like in characters here, and like the people like oh hey, I'll take your question. Like, oh hey, how come you're not as funny as Aqua Teen? And like, oh fuck you. It's like, okay, and then the next question is like, why is Aqua Teen just better than you? It's like, okay. They just like spend like a whole like couple minutes on it. It's like,
I always, you know what I feel like? I honestly think that like I was watching Aqua Teen and I was just remembering like how it kind of went out.
Yeah.
It just kind of went out against like the wishes of like the creators, and I was like, they're just gonna bring it back. I honest to God, believe Aqua Teen will be back by like 2021.
I mean, you might as well. I mean, I could see it. Yeah,
I think it's also like the thing is with that was that Mike Lazo didn't want to do it, and I think he's gone. So it's like, fuck you, dog. Like I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't know. Mike Lazo is just like, interesting.
Yeah.
His exit was not like a.
Was it not like
not like a good,
not graceful?
Yeah, not good. It was just like, it was kind of like a weird one because it was just kind of like, for some reason, like he just kind of retired. And I remember when he retired, it was like he was getting like super shit on because he didn't greenlight like any sort of like female like Adult Swim show. I think he said something. Probably Miz said something really badly. I don't know what the fuck what he was saying, but it was just like really terrible.
When did he leave again?
He left last year. He left in 2019.
Yeah, that's probably like a bad time to do it after the fucking whole thing.
Yeah, it was
like literally people complaining. Whatever.
It was just very strange.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, damn. Why don't you greenlight any shows with women? It's like, they suck.
Yeah, but
and he leaves.
Yeah, now that Frisky Dingo's done, probably I'm writing the review for it, and then I'm gonna watch now that C Lab's done. I'm gonna watch Frisky Dingo next. Which I've watched that like twice now. That show, huh?
Were the people that did Frisky Dingo, did they do Assy McGee?
I don't think so.
No, damn. Okay, go about Frisky Dingo. I like that. I like that from when I saw it. It just looked really disgusting to me. Like when I was younger, and I didn't really get the humor. But like I watched clips of it. It was like I see ones of like Killface, and I was like, "This is awesome."
Yeah, I think I've rewatched it like twice, and it's only it's just I appreciate it a lot, and I feel like the more I watched of C-Lab and Frisky Dingo, just like the more it made me appreciate Archer, and just like the dedication, just like how they've like kind of continued, like, because they're all basically the same thing, except like Archer's like, you know, more structured. Frisky Dingo had like kind of an overarching plot, and C-Lab was just kind of like a no nonsense anthology like bullshit thing. And yeah I mean but they all kind of share the same like dark themes, and like they basically just tell the same jokes over and over again. Where like they like even like something like the fucking like the Archer book that I've been reading during this fucking quarantine. Like they have like these these same running jokes they just repeat, like just these non sequiturs. Like, hey, did you know that Malcolm X, when he was in prison, he was getting over his heroin withdrawal, so he had to like use nutmeg to subside with that. And I don't even know if that's true or not. But they keep saying that.
Malcolm X nutmeg.
Malcolm, literally, he's like, yeah, like, oh yeah, like nutmeg, like Malcolm X used to get high off of to kick his heroin addiction.
No, that's true.
Is it?
This is why he's the GOAT.
Yeah, but like I literally like all four of those things, like the fucking like C-Lab, Frisky Dingo, and Archer, and even the fucking stupid novelization that I'm reading, just like they always just mention that for some reason. Like,
I wonder if they did that in the Spike Lee movie. It was like, I'm looking at like one thing, like an image of like Denzel Washington like in prison. I was like, is he asking this guy from Nutmeg?
Nutmeg, Malcolm X Nutmeg. Yeah, but it's just like it's just fun. It's just fun. I love the shows a lot, and I get because like during this whole pandemic, like a bunch of stuff got delayed. Like Archer season 11 got delayed, which like that really sucks. But like, you know, I guess it's kind of beneficial for me because like I've been able to like try to like consume these old shows, and because I want to review them before the new season comes out.
Oh yeah.
I'm also gonna watch Moonbeam City because I haven't seen that since it came out, and I didn't like it then. But I don't know. I feel like I probably have grown on that show now.
Did I talk about? Wait, we haven't talked about that.
You talked about that. Yeah, you watched.
Was this on podcast or is this like just in like a call? I watched like you ever see a movie called 13 Assassins?
You talked about that. I think you talked about that. You didn't talk about that in the podcast. You talked about that with me like a couple days ago.
Oh, well, that's also like some stuff that I watched. Like I watched Takeshi Miki movies, like 13 Assassins, and it's a really good samurai flick. That guy is really fucking fucked up because he likes to person that really likes dark comedy and gore. That guy.
Yeah.
That guy is fucking based on it. But like, did we ever talk about Glengarry Ross on here? Dude, Kevin Spacey.
Based.
I love him.
Yeah.
He's cool in the movie.
I guess you can't not. I guess that's the one thing you can't really knock
Cool
about
in
him. He's a
real
good
life.
actor. What?
You know what I can knock about him is like certain things. You remember that one thing where it says like?
Oh yeah,
talking
he's a
about,
fucking
like,
he's a fucking
pandemic. He
asshole.
was like,
He's-
I know.
he's ter- I know how
I know how it feels to
Kevin.
not,
Yeah.
I know how it feels to not be able to work. You know what's really funny about
What?
that whole like article about him is that like he's dressed in like a brown suit, but like it's like super shadowy and like the perspective
Yeah.
is like the camera's looking up like
Yeah.
at him.
He's
He
put
looks
a
like
mustache
Hitler.
on him.
It's literally like just Hitler.
You know, he's a fucking asshole.
But yeah, that's a Glengarry Ross is like really weird. It's like it's one of those movies where it's like it's a really good like really solid like 90s film because you don't want to say this guy's like untalented or anything. He's just probably taking roles and stuff. But like the guy who made Glengarry Ross is just like I looked into like what's his like other stuff and it was just like 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades of Darker, and I was like, oh man,
50 Shades of Black.
this is weird. He did like he did 50 Shades. No, he only did the sequels to 50 Shades. I didn't know there was a third one. 50 Shades Freed.
Yeah, that was the third one. Yeah, she gets freed. Get it?
He probably has like a couple other movies, but it's just like
Yeah, probably.
it's just weird when you just see like some person make like, oh, this is a really solid like 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, and it's like, oh wow, this goes downhill after this.
Glenn Ross is a really good movie. It's just
Most interesting thing about something that would probably be really boring, like selling real estate.
Yes, I say, yeah, like you see the beginning when Alan Baldwin's fucking talking about hey, if you always be closing, you're gonna get these steak knives if you do well.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that'd be.
I'm looking at like a little thing about it on like Wikipedia, and I was just like, wow, that did not look like Chicago at all. It's just like, oh, the movie's set in Chicago, and I was like, all this shit looks like New York. There's no way it's fucking set in Chicago.
Yeah, and then, it's just it's also just like a cool bottle movie because like most of the film takes place in like that office.
Oh yeah, it's like a lot of really good pieces of like dialogue in there. Like my favorite one's like Alec Baldwin just cursing at people for like 10 minutes and then fucking off. Very disappointing.
Yeah, he's
Very disappointed in Alec Baldwin.
I kind of like that. He literally the coolest sounding motherfucker in the room. He just he has enough with it and just goes on to the next office and just
Look
does the
at
same
this
thing.
watch. You'll never fucking have it.
Yeah, but if you do good, you're gonna own these steak knives.
So like, how many good movies does he like have? Like,
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I hear the name Alec Baldwin, and I was like,
oh,
this guy should be like, does he have like Oscars or anything? Like, no, I guess not.
No. Hunt for Red October, Beetlejuice, The Departed.
I ain't giving him that for Departed. He was okay in that.
He was in Pearl Harbor. Shut up.
He was okay.
Oh, Mars, what are you talking about? He's in fucking The Cat in the Hat.
Who did he play? He was the dad, right?
He was the shitty like boyfriend that was gonna trying to fuck the mom.
Oh, he's in Elizabethtown. I know about that movie.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that movie?
I think I've heard of it.
Weird. There's like a town. I live in a town. It was all. Oh, you can. I don't know. I don't want that one. Like, I'll just say this. Like, I live in a town called Elizabethtown, and it was just like, this is like this movie. Like, I was like, oh wow, we have a movie based on our town. I wonder what it is. And it has like a 20% like Rotten Tomatoes, and it has like all of these big name actors, and like no one gives a shit. It barely made. It was like a financial failure. Look at these names in this like movie. It's like Orlando Bloom, Kirsten Dunst, Susan Sarandon, Alec Baldwin, Judy Greer, Jessica Biel, Paul Schneider,
Judy Greer,
Paula Deen. What the fuck?
Judy Greer.
Paula Deen's in this movie? Oh, this movie, the Elizabethtown. Like, imagine if you had a movie. It was called Hazlitt, and it's just like this big piece of shit that like no one remembers from the mid 2000s.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, yeah. I mean, especially a place like Hazlitt. Really apropos.
No, but
you chose
Elizabethtown
that
is
one,
like.
Mars.
I guess Elizabethtown has more resonance, but like, it really doesn't.
It sounds better.
It really isn't. There's nothing. There's literally not. You know what? I know the only thing I know about this town that was like a thing of like intrigue. It was just like Abraham Lincoln came down here to shop.
That's cool. Yeah, but like I don't know, Alec Baldwin. He's like, yeah, he's the name you always hear, but he's like, I mean, he's in good movies. He's not like not in the worst things ever.
He was like
he's
the guy. Like he was like Alec Baldwin will be like, this is Alec Baldwin's movie where he gets like I thought he had like Oscars or something like a little bit before. It's like
no, he's Santa Claus in Rise of the Guardians and Rock of Ages.
He kind of carries himself like
guy.
a leading guy, but like I don't know what he leads in.
He's more just recognizable than he is like the best actor ever.
Yeah, it's just like, huh.
Cause like it's like, oh, I think of it like, oh yeah, he was the bounty hunter in SpongeBob the movie.
I have to look more into it, but like that's just like the perspective I have on him. Like Alec Baldwin, like, cause he kind of acts like an asshole too. Like
cause he's always an asshole. It's the whole thing.
But he's just like, dude, this guy has to be like epic. It's like, no, I don't think you can carry a movie. You're like one racial like tirade to like where you're doing like straight to DVD movies.
Well, I mean, he's like, yeah, he's in Black Klansman for like 5 minutes.
I actually don't remember his role in Black Klansman.
He was like the opening. I think he was like the KKK leader or something.
That was just like archival
not
footage.
The K. No, that's not. Yeah.
Ooh. I like that Tobey Maguire was like the Dave Duke. That was really good.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, why are you saying... What if he still sounded like Peter Parker? He was just... David Duke was just going like... Oh, the blacks need to be burned.
That's not Tobey Maguire. That's fucking... Topher Grace.
Oh, Topher Grace. Oh, damn it.
Same instance, I guess, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was in Spider-Man 3.
Getting my people.
You're getting your people wrong.
That would be funny if it was like... If it was Tobey Maguire was just like
it's David
Duke, and then you just like retroactively use like the audio of him, just like he calls Venom the enemy.
All right, Mars. You want to answer some questions now?
Yeah.
All right. Question time. All right, so you want to ask us a question, be sure to join the Half and Half Discord page and ask us stuff in the questions and suggestions chat, baby. But yeah, if you want to join the podcast, if you want to join the Discord server, you just click on the Discord link that's in the description of the podcast episode. Yeah, cool. All right. From Poppet Akira. What is your favorite Disney Channel show when you were growing up?
Kim Possible, because I wanted to masturbate.
Yeah, Toshigo. I like The Replacements. I liked Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. I like Dave the Barbarian. Kim Possible's also a pretty up there one. Like the Tarzan show.
When I was growing up, when I was a wee lad, I like Emperor's New School. Like that one.
K-U-C-C-O. Cusco.
I liked House of Mouse, but I think that was just like, I think they had like new stuff, but I think that that was like also like a vehicle for them to use like reuse footage and stuff too.
Yeah.
I think it was like a mixture of that. I don't remember Mouse of Mouse.
I think House of Mouse is probably one of my favorites. Definitely. I always liked that one.
Just like how they. I think they got like James Woods and like certain other voice actors. Like, can you like come in and like?
What? Well, I mean, like James Woods, you can always fucking get him. He's gonna play Hades always.
Can't
like they're
get him
gonna fucking
now.
make that live action. Yeah, you can. You're gonna fucking. I mean, no, they're gonna get. You fucking know they're gonna get him for that stupid fucking live action Hercules movies. No matter what he fucking says on Twitter.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that's fucked up is that it's like you. Well, they probably will try to get rid of him, but it was just like I would say like dog. James Woods, very racist. Very very fucking like awful Twitter account. You gotta have him in the. You gotta have him.
You gotta have him in the movie, though.
Listen, I do not condone racism. I don't condone bigotry. But James Woods has to be fucking Hades.
He has to be Hades. Like, if he's gonna do one last role, he has to be Hades.
James Woods can like come to my face. That sounds fucked up. You get this fucking like say it straight to my face. You're a fucking N-word, and I'd be like, yeah, but you still Hades.
You got him. You fucking got him.
Still gonna be hate. I don't give a shit. He could say.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, how long how long has he been doing shit on Twitter? Because like he was in the fucking like he was doing shit and like he was in
like
that fucking Descendants movies.
It was like a couple years, like maybe like 2 to 3, where he was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna start tweeting. I'm gonna start tweeting like a bunch of like political shit, Trump shit. It's just like,
I don't know.
It got so bad that I think that I think it was because like Adam West died, but I really just think that like Family Guy was like, James Woods kind of an asshole, so we're just gonna rename the school.
Rename the school after Adam West.
And it's like, oh, now we can get rid of this.
I mean, Mars, you gotta use that. You gotta use fucking James Woods now. Look at him. He looks like Hades.
He has to be Hades. I don't care. They probably will replace him.
They probably. Like, I can't imagine. Was he in Kingdom Hearts 3? Because I know you like. I know you have Hercules in that.
Was Hades there? I think he was. I think he still was in like Kingdom Hearts 3. Hold on.
Oh yeah, no, I think he was there. Yeah, I feel like that seals the deal if they're gonna use him again.
What if they just don't use Danny DeVito?
I mean, they did. Yeah, they didn't use Danny DeVito because the Japanese voice actor.
No, like
died.
Danny DeVito for the new live action. That one's like a lot.
Yeah.
Or would they do something stupid and just be like, get rid of Danny DeVito? I feel like if you get rid of Danny DeVito, it's just like, why the fuck are you keeping James Woods then?
I mean, like, yeah, I feel like, yeah, well, I guess maybe because James Woods has like more, not staying power, but like, yeah, they like him more. People like both of them. So I feel like you wouldn't. I mean, I guess that's the whole point of them making the fucking movie. Like, you would want to have both of them.
Yeah.
Because that was like the whole thing. Like, you don't want a fucking Lion King remake if you don't have fucking James Earl Jones there.
I hate these Disney remakes, and I think this one will be bad too. But like, out of all of them, this one has my intrigue more because like.
Yeah, they're gonna get Lizzo to play one of the muses.
That's not bad, actually.
I think my dad's keeps telling me. I think he keeps saying like someone I'm related to apparently played one of those muses, like the big one. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, but I know that. Yeah.
Who is this guy? I'm looking like I just looked up Hercules, and it was just like Jelani Aladon was born to play Hercules. And it's like, who is this? I don't know who this
is. That like is that a name they're actually using now?
No.
Is that confirmed?
I don't know. This guy really wants to play Hercules. There's a New York Post article about it.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know who this guy is.
Who the fuck is this?
I don't know. But
I don't know. I feel like there weren't any black Greeks, but alright.
Maybe there were. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think what also has my intrigue in this one is that like they, what was it? Like, people that did like Avengers or like we're gonna do Hercules, and it's like, man, maybe this could be a interesting actiony movie, I guess.
And I mean, if it's a remake of the Disney thing, it's like the whole thing is you just retell the exact same story. I don't know. I feel like none of them have really. I mean, like, even Hercules wasn't like that action oriented. Like, it was fun. Like, it had some cool like scenes, like the Hydra. But
where they
I don't know.
Chop off his head, and it's like, I think it was blood before, and then they turned it green.
Yes, this is like green in the movie.
I wonder what they're gonna make. Who's gonna play Cuck Aladdin?
Like it's like Captain America ass Aladdin.
Yeah, that would be cool if they had Chris Evans. They were just like, yo, can you slim down again? And then like
again,
like, you know.
Well, like he didn't slim down. They just put his fucking body over like a 13-year-old boy. So like,
yeah, they should do that again.
Yeah. Cuck Aladdin. Oh, whatever. Yeah, I look forward to seeing Lizzo in the movie.
She's gonna be in the movie. She's been in movies. She was in Hustlers.
I'm saying she's gonna play. Yeah, she's gonna play one of the. She's gotta play one of the muses. She has to. It's the only way.
Oh, that's a really fucked up joke that I was gonna make.
What? Say it. I'll cut it out.
They don't make wide-angle lenses big enough to capture her.
Asshole. All right. Next question. Fucking asshole.
Had to.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. From Defend the End. Do you think AMC and Regal will backtrack on not showing Universal films? And if so, what do you think it would take for them to do
They
so?
already did. They already like backed off of that. But like, what would it take for them to do so? I think it would just be like negative blowback because it's just like that's basically what it did.
Seriously.
They never officially said it.
Yeah,
But it was like I think it was like the guy. He just said like something and it leaked or something and it was like yeah, that was it was. I like that it was over trolls. That's my funniest thing. It's like
it's just like this whole fucking
why,
literally
this
this whole fucking renaissance of like streaming because like that people have been saying this for like years. Like obviously like theaters aren't gonna go anywhere. They're like way too. They have way too much real estate to them. Like you imagine like you can't like demolish every fucking theater just because like people are just sitting at home. But like
the theaters are threatened like entirely by this because of one. It's like what happens is that you have to split like the price with the theaters and like the chains and stuff, and like what scares them and why it was like being said that like Trolls made more money than it did in like a few weeks than like it did like a couple months in theaters is like they don't have to give them that money back. You know, you pay $14 for Trolls. That's all in their pocket and shit. So, so if this persists, then like the theater people are gonna be fucking insane. Like they're probably the ones pushing the most to try to get this like Corona shit. Like, I don't give a shit if like your granddad's like barely breathing in like a respirator. You gotta go see some movies. And it's like, what do you think it would take for them to do so? Like, they're all press. Like every industry right now is press. Like, like, you see this thing in like currently like the NBA, like they're going insane because of they want to get games back and get back in thing. It's like they're talking about like, okay, so we're gonna have some games in Las Vegas and we're gonna go play basketball at Disneyland. Everybody all right with this? It's like, yeah, and the reason why is that if they play like 70 games, you don't have to give the money back. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I like that Disneyland's like the place where they wanted to play. It's like they have like a big facility and stuff, but it's like
I guess it's just like you gotta use that space for something.
We're gonna go play basketball in Disney World, Disneyland. But
it's just funny.
I think AMC,
AMC
is just like really shitty. Like I never liked any of their theaters, and like I think that they're very out of all like the chain theater ones, I think that they're the ones that are like the most scummy. Cause like all the other ones, you didn't hear shit. They you know they obviously like feel the same, but they ain't like coming out and going like, you know, saying stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird to like have to go back to that like mentality. Cause I remember like people telling me like I'd be like watching people like, hey, yeah, I remember like the 90s or like the 80s. Like yeah, it was literally like they had to do that. Like we had to go to the Universal Theater or something. Or it's just weird to go back.
I hope that that when you know obviously there's like a fucking cure for this, but I hope that like certain like things like kind of persist. So like you know people like these theaters just. Are these like movie studios just going like fuck it, we don't want to work with these guys, so we can just stay at home? Because like I'd rather, if I want to watch a movie, I don't know, because it would be economically, it'd be like I live near a movie theater, so it'd be like $7 to go see the newest film. But I would like the options like, alright, I could just chill out home and like watch it. I guess it would depend on like your setup and stuff, but like you have an alright setup, I'd rather just stay home. It's also like, you know, I think after when this is all done, or if I'm like not dead by then, it'd be like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna cut down on certain public events like this. Like, I'm imagining like shit like this. Like, I really do think about it, and it's probably like in the moment or like stressing, but it's like,
yeah,
I don't think I want to go on a cruise anymore. Or it's like, I don't think I want to, you know, maybe I don't go to the basketball game. I don't know. I definitely know I'm not going on no fucking cruise anymore. I didn't really care for the last time I went on a cruise. It was like okay. It was like all you really kind of do is just like overeat and just like get sick a little bit. It was like, oh, now I can get like some shitty disease. Because they all start on cruises for some reason. There's like other diseases where it's like some guy went on a cruise to like Tijuana and now he has some fucking disease.
Oh, yeah, it's just an isolated area where there's a shit ton of people.
Yeah. Not to say anything about Tijuanians, but it's just like, just an example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. My dad wanted us to go on a cruise like last year, and I think that would have been a very bad idea.
Cruises is like alright. I think one thing it just kind of became like very apparent is like if you're like an online kind of reject, is just like, yeah, there's no fucking internet in like the middle of the ocean. And I remember like when I went on the cruise, there was like a bunch of shit going down, and I was like, God damn it, I missed out. I didn't want to hang out with my family. I wanna go look at memes. I think what the biggest disappointment with the cruise is that like it was a cruise to Mexico, but we really didn't get to like explore Mexico that much. And like it was just like look at this first off, I didn't know the Mayans were in Mexico. I don't know anything about fucking history, but it was like look at the Mayan temple or something. And it's like, cool. All right, everybody pack your shit up. We're going to watch Coco again in like the car. Like, oh. What? What's the next question?
All right. Okay, from A4.boy asks, has there been a show, movie, game, etc. that you're glad never happened?
A game that never happened.
Porch is gonna, I guess, exile. I don't know. Fuck him. Whatever. Fuck him. Spider-Man 4. I guess that's probably something that shouldn't have happened. That's for
I
the
would
best.
like to see it more.
I guess it would have been nice, but like I feel like Spider-Man 3 like really kind of closed off the series like in a good way. Like I feel like it really wasn't necessary.
I guess I could say well with Spider-Man 4 listen, it would have been epic.
Jeez.
Listen,
I mean, yeah, I guess we technically
like all right, like this. It was just like all right. Well, you got Spider-Man. Like, you still had to get the Andrew Garfield stuff, but it's like, you know, at least you get like, you know, delay like the cringe that would like on Sue. It was like you get Spider-Man 4 and then they blow it up and then like you do that. I would have liked that because I want to see Carnage. I want to see like that one chick. Like
you're gonna see Carnage.
I don't want to see it like
you're gonna see Carnage next this year? Is it this year?
I don't want to see that kind of Carnage.
Woody Harrelson. You don't want to see. Why do you want to see Woody Harrelson? What's wrong?
Looks like shit.
There's gonna be Carnage.
Looks like garbage.
You talking? He looks awesome. He looks awesome in his stupid ass Hawaiian shirt and his shitty ass haircut.
Ugh.
There's gonna be Carnage, Mara. Stop it.
It's like a thing where I'm glad that it didn't happen. I'm glad that Doom 4 didn't happen. Because like that one was shaping up, like they like reworked it and it was like Doom 4 was shaping up to be a piece of shit.
It was just gonna be Rage.
Oh,
I guess.
You know what? This is sort of like a thing that this is like a big thing. It is not. I don't know how it like kind of ties in. I'm sad that Michael Jackson never bought the Marvel Universe. You remember?
Was that
you remember that?
I don't.
So there was a time in like. So he wanted to play Spider-Man. So there was a time where he was like in the 2000s. There's like audio recordings of like him talking to his dad, where he's like saying like he was talking to somebody. He was like, "Yo, I'm pulling the money together. I'm pulling up the financing so I could buy the Marvel Universe." And he probably
could have. That's insane.
Yeah, he was just like, I think the reason was that all his controversies was fucking him over from getting money.
Yeah.
So it's like there could have been a time where Michael Jackson owned all the MCU and also could have been Spider-Man.
Yeah, not for long, but he definitely could have.
I was mad that he never got to play fucking what's his name? What's his name? The guy from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Willy Wonka?
Yeah, he didn't get to play Willy Wonka. It just ended up being that in the end, though.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. I remember in the Robin Williams movie Hook.
Oh yeah, he wanted to be Hook.
Yeah, he wanted to be. He wanted to be Peter Pan. That's what he wanted to be.
Yeah, it's very weird. I remember one time he said that he wanted to play Edward Scissorhands.
Why does he want to play all the Johnny Depp roles?
Yeah, it just seems to be like a thing where it's like he just.
I want to play Jack Sparrow.
That would have been good. What's like a canceled movie?
I don't know. I guess that that Popeye thing's happening now. So I guess it's the inverse, though.
This one's like glad that that's not happening.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, it's the inverse. I'm glad that's happened. Oh yeah, I wish Space Jam 2 didn't happen. I wish that I want to cancel that right now.
Space Jam 2 is gonna be cool.
Sucks
no,
shit.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna have
fuck that movie sucks so hard.
No, Space Jam is awesome.
Space Jam is so bad. It's not even funny though. Like literally, like my friends were like, "Hey, it's my girlfriend's birthday today. I wanna watch. We're gonna watch a movie together." I list off like a shit ton of stuff that's on Netflix. I literally list off like a shit ton of movies that are like on Netflix, and like, all right, we watched Space Jam. It was so bad we didn't finish it, and it was like, what did you expect? You fucking.
I think I didn't mention this one. I don't know if I mentioned this on podcast, but I'm watching that like 10-part Michael Jordan documentary, and I like that Space Jam was just like they're like talking about Space Jam, and it was like so like when I was signed on to do Space Jam, they just built me a set, and when I was like coming back, and I was like shit because I just came back from playing baseball. You know, working on the Space Jam set was like really pivotal for me to regain my dominance. It's like cool.
He certainly did.
I think that was really cool is that like everybody was just coming out to like the Space Jam set. It was like, yo, let's play a pickup game at Warner Brothers Studios. And you just see all these like NBA players just like in there like
what was he
playing, and they're like, Michael, can you come back to set? It's like, okay. What's like a canceled film?
I don't know.
Canceled film.
Not a film, but there was they were gonna have a new Legacy of Kain game like the early 2010s, and it kind of looked like shit. I'm glad that didn't happen.
What's like a canceled? I'm trying to think of canceled stuff because there's a lot of really like canceled stuff. It's like, here's one that I'm sad that never happened. Scalebound. That fucking game that was supposed to be like, this is supposed to be the freaking Xbox's one game that I actually want to play, and it's like they just cancel it. The game ran at like 13 frames per second, but it looked cool. I was sad about like they canceled like the Simpsons hit and run game of like South Park, and I was like, I wanted that, and like Simpsons hit and run 2.
Yeah, I keep thinking of like things like I would have wanted to watch rather than things I'm glad didn't happen. I don't know. There aren't too many of those. They're probably like if I like had to like list them all out, like I don't know. Like yeah, I wish Me and My Shadow came out. Like that would have been cool. I don't know.
Is Beyond Good and Evil canceled?
That's a good question. Like that, yeah, they showed that off like 3 years ago, and there's literally 4 years ago. That was like, the fuck.
I remember. Only thing I remember was like, what's his name? It was like, he was the guy from. He was the main. Joseph Gordon-Levitt came out like right before it, and it was like, look at my shitty fucking gaming thing, and it's like Beyond Good and Evil 2, and it looked kind of. I never played the first game, but it just looked like overly like graphically detailed and looked kind of gross.
You say because it's a prequel, so it's like it's even like it looks really, it looks weird in comparison. But it didn't look terrible, and then like literally nothing came out of it. Like literally, it's like fucking Dead Island 2 all over again.
I'm glad Dead Island 2 was canceled. Because he really liked Dead Island.
He wanted Dead Island 2. He watched the trailer and he's like, "Oh, that looks awesome."
I hated Dead
whatever.
Island. It's like sort of fun because it's like you can play with your friend, but it's like that's really it. It's like
oh well. All right. Let's do another question. All right, from Transmission Rory. Considering the COVID has halted production on so many films, do you think people won't be able to make top 10 lists at the end of the year? I certainly fucking won't.
I mean, they probably will. I think that it'll just be like really skewed and like really weird.
It's all gonna be Netflix movies.
Yeah, that is an interesting thing because it's just like all the movies are getting pushed back. I guess like a lot of like the smaller movies will probably be like released for like I think this will do really well for like smaller movies because I think people are so starved for content that like all like the Oscar movies, like some of the Oscar movies that are like kind of done that aren't, that kind of been like finished remotely will be put out and people will just like give those big buzz and you probably make more money. So I think some of those movies will come. I think you'll have enough for 10. I think it's just been like not as like good.
Well, all I know is the 3 films I last saw in theaters are definitely not going to be on my fucking list. They're not even going to be on my worst list. They were just fucking middling, mediocre shit.
Hold on, do I even like 2020 movies?
I saw it was Sonic, the Harley Quinn movie, and the newest Pixar movie, which I can never fucking name because it's boring. I'm not even gonna try.
Bad Boys would be like a movie that you had to put on.
Yeah, Bad Boys. Yeah, Bad Boys 3.
Doolittle.
Yeah.
Onward. I have Onward, Invisible Man, Bad Boys, Sonic. I didn't even watch Bad Boys, but it's on there. All day and all night. No, that's not a good movie.
Day and night.
Day and night.
What?
Yeah, people will still find a way to make top 10 lists.
Yeah, you'll find a way. Oh, whatever. Oh, I skipped this one. I guess this is a question for you because I haven't watched it yet. From Pacific, what's your thoughts on Beastars?
Really interesting. I've read like almost all of it. I haven't read like a lot of the newer chapters, but like, Beastars is really good. At the start of it is just kind of like a weird like everyone compares it to Zootopia, which is just like kind of like the easiest thing, but it's like it's kind of like Zootopia but a little bit more like shonen-y, like a little bit at the start of it, I think the start of it is really good and it's like kind of like this weird romance stuff, but by like the end of it kind of gets weirder, kind of betrays a little bit what it was like at the start, but it's like depends. Like I'm not really enjoying like some of like the direction like the later half, but Beastars is really good. Like it's one of the rare like CGI like 3D animated anime that doesn't look like garbage. It actually looks really good. Like it's like the animation really does like enhance like a lot of the stuff, because if this was animated in 2D, I think this show would be really trashy. Like straight up, like I think I probably watch it. I just don't think I enjoy it as much. But I suggest it. Did you ever like watch any of it or like seen any of it, Glum?
No, I haven't seen. I pretty much seen none of it. I'm pretty. I would go in blind for it, I guess. I don't know. I'll watch it when, I don't know. I guess when the stuff is done. I don't know. Is the manga done yet?
No.
No, but then I'll wait until it's done, and then that's typically how I do it. I don't know. I just want to wait until shit's done because I don't want to. I don't know. I don't like having middling returns because the way you describe it, like I don't know if I'd like the way it turns out. Like I'm sure I'd like it, but I'm sure the show's really good. But
it's really good. It's really like even like the newer stuff that it's doing is just kind of like it's like really interesting. Like it's just like a shift in like how like arcs are going, and it's interesting in like a lot of aspects because it gets way more. Cause like it's a weird thing. It's like you would think like watching it, I was like, oh, this is like a romance between like some fucking like wolf and some shit, and then it's like, nah, I gotta go fight the mafia. It's like, okay,
all right,
that's cool. I don't know. Like I would suggest it. I give it the first season like really excellent. I give it a 8 out of 10.
All right. All right, from Dr. Z, have you met any person who idolizes a character they shouldn't, like Rick, the Joker, or Walter White? And how do you feel about these kinds of people and the worldviews? I haven't met anybody like that. I feel like that's kind of like the meme, where like, yeah, you're not supposed to like, oh yeah, people like, oh dude, Rick is just like me. Like I've never like met a person who's like that.
I don't think I met a person where it was like serious with that, but I think like I've seen people like take things from Walter White, like a little bit, like a little bit, like kind of or like I see them use quotes, but they use them like without seeing in like context of like the actual show. They just say them. I've seen that.
Yeah, they just say I'm the one who's Knox. Like,
yeah,
okay,
I think this has like some basis in reality, but like I have never seen this like in person where it's like someone's like
I do believe that they exist.
I think the closest one you can see is Rick, because like he's his whole like, you know, they can't do science shit, but like they try to get like an own on everybody.
Yeah, they have to have like a manic personality and like, oh bro, you're all just Jerry.
But like the thing is that unless I know that they watch Rick and Morty, they could just be taking that from like some other character, or like just that's just them. So it's like I don't know. Yeah, I've maybe online you see it a little bit more, but like I have never seen this in like person where like a person's like literally like Rick and Mortying it up. The only way I would probably see this is probably in high school, but like I haven't been in high school for like years.
Yeah. All right. Like one more
I think that these people's worldviews are fucked. Like I think this is like a Reddit thing where it's like people try to do that. Okay, next question.
All right. Okay, there's like a couple. I don't know if we want to answer some of these.
If you could bring Goku Sanchez, if you could bring a cartoon character into the real world and have a relationship with them, would you? And who would you pick?
Like a friendship or like a relationship? Like,
oh, I pick one that you can fuck, and which one is like your friend?
Okay. For companionship, I guess like Cheryl from Archer. I don't know if she's rich, whatever. But as a friend, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Well, who do you want as like a friend then?
Okay, I want Rudy as a friend, and I want Foghorn Leghorn as like a companion.
With Rudy from what?
Fat
from,
Albert.
Like, from they say Rudy from Chalk Zone.
No, Rudy's got the chalk, but Rudy ain't got the cock.
Yeah, Rudy's got the chalk.
He ain't got no cock. Foghorn Leghorn is all cock.
All right, that squares that then. I don't know. I didn't think I need to. I don't fucking.
What's that one chick from like Tatami Galaxy?
Her? I know you're talking about, but
she has like short hair and then she hates bugs.
Yeah.
That's pretty. That's all I really need in a woman.
All right.
But you know, Foghorn Leghorns is like above her.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a very like I have a predilection for like really shitty characters from like the 70s and like 40s. Have you seen Foghorn Leghorn in like 2016 Looney Tunes?
I have, I think.
Hold on, like, wait.
Let me see.
What is that one called? Like, it was called New Looney Tunes.
The Looney Tunes show?
No, not the Looney Tunes show. He looks like the same, and like, yeah, it's called New Looney Tunes. Foghorn Leghorn. I need your opinion because I said he looked really shitty, and it's like,
let me see.
He looks like this. Here's a thumbnail for it. Oh, I don't want to put it in there.
Oh, why is he black?
Why are you black?
Yeah, he doesn't look very good.
I was talking about like the
like
new
that.
show for a video, and I was just like, look at some of these like designs.
I don't like Porky. Why is he so big?
Oh, this is a DeviantArt, but like that's kind of like how they look.
Oh,
yeah, Porky's really fat and like really unappealing. But for companionship, I think her name is like Akashi from that.
All right.
Dude, I would sleep in separate beds with her.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
after this like quarantine stuff, you probably might want to do that.
I mean, like in comparison, like yeah, this is gonna make like dating really hard. Like I guess especially after this ends.
And then people on
I feel like the best way you could do is like maybe Tinder or if you're lucky like meet someone online.
You do like
but
Tinder shit. It was just like I want to fuck you, but you have to stay 12 feet away from me on the date.
Yeah.
6 feet away.
Yeah, Mars, you go back on Tinder and it's all girls who say I like The Office again. I rewatched The Office.
That is like very common, actually. Like it's like very infuriating. Yeah. I think that's like a dog whistle for like I hate black people.
I'm sure.
I'm gonna make that like a dog whistle. Like I'm gonna turn like I like the. I'm gonna because I hate The Office. I'm gonna turn like I like The Office into like a Nazi dog whistle, and it's just like okay.
Oh, okay.
No, that'd be funny. It's just like
I like The Office.
No, like people get like there's a lot of like symbols.
That'd be kind of
and like. What if like someone tries to like Nazis or like fucking white nationalist groups like we're gonna co-opt The Office, like saying the phrase I like The Office. It's fucking insane. You would never. People...
Well, I would imagine it's like it would be like bait, like depending if you don't have a black. If you mean, that'd be kind of funny in comparison. Like yeah, you meet someone who's like that's the code word for I hate black people, and then they like you meet them. And like they completely like you've completely just fucking like catfish them.
This is like the okay sign on like steroids. Is like I like The Office. I like killing blacks.
All right. Okay. I didn't fucking pick a friend, but God damn it. I guess not cartoon, but I would want Yes Man from Fallout New Vegas. He'd be pretty good to hang out with. I like him a lot. I probably regret that answer, but I don't know. All right. I think we have one more question.
Foilhead. What are your thoughts on Space Jam 2?
Well, you already kind of talked about it, but yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
You're not into the basketball, the based basketball.
Yeah, the basketball. It looks like shit. It already looks like shit from like the little shit. They showed like behind the scenes. They're gonna have the fucking mask and the stupid Wicked Witch of the West. Like it looks like shit.
They had Joker in there.
Pennywise, Joker,
How
Pennywise.
Are you gonna say
yeah,
that's bad. That looks cool.
It doesn't.
They had Jared Leto. Actually, not Jared Leto.
It's not Jared Leto.
Joaquin Phoenix. It's like, yo, you're gonna be talking to some Looney Tunes.
It's not Joaquin Phoenix.
It was Joaquin Phoenix.
No.
Come on. You think Joaquin Phoenix is going like LeBron James? I have to speak to that guy.
I have to talk to that guy.
Dude.
A fucking... Yeah, no, like I said before, like just like Space Jam is just the movie's just so bad, and like I don't want to see a sequel to it. Like I'm sure, I guess I can't imagine it being worse, but at the same time I can.
It's gonna be better than the first one.
Yeah, I guess that's not hard though,
because LeBron James can actually act a little bit.
Yeah, I guess a little bit. Yeah, he can act a little bit. I'll give him
Michael
that.
Jordan is really bad in that movie. I still like really love the scene where it's just like he gets sucked into like the world and feels like, what's going on here?
What's going on here? Oh, that's really good. All right.
I like that. Like,
the
funny thing about Space Jam was that like he puts like a bet with like the Monstars like during the game. I think. Yeah. It's just like very funny because like the documentary is just like going in depth about like his gambling problems.
Gambling addiction.
It was like, damn, this man's gambling his life away.
He's gambling the Looney Tunes' lives away.
Dude.
All right. Okay. All right. So that was all the questions. All right. Thank you. Thanks for those questions, guys.
I love Space Jam.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, that was half and half after dark, I guess. That was a gay old time just talking about the shit we watched again. Yeah, it was the potty. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll try and have another episode out soon, hopefully. But this was just fun to do. It's just in comparison to like all this shit that's been going down. I know you just moved into a new place. I just finished school. That's pretty good. So hopefully.
I finished school. I'm trying to log into my thing to make sure that I passed, but it's not letting me.
Whatever. All right. Well, yeah. Half and Half After Dark. All right, and we'll try and just follow us on Twitter. Actually, follow A Bitter Sellout on Twitter specifically. Yeah, their art's really good. Yeah.
Stay safe. Wash your hands after you fucking jerk it.
Yeah, just like
all
I saw like I saw the devil. Do that. Be like that guy.
Don't open doors.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.